introduce, quickly introduce the next speaker to us. All right. Professor Mutola, are you here with us? Are you still here with us?
Yes, Mama, I'm here.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Sorry that we have to start with Professor Nada. I think I've texted you to tell you the main reason why we have to start with her. And she has really, really delivered a very great, very sensitive topic. And I believe that we've gained from our teaching today. So now we're going to put you on. And before then, let me thank you very much for your part one yesterday. It was a serious case. I went back to the video, watching it all night. It was a serious case. And today you're going to continue fathers, the most need figures in the 21st century. Who is this, our professor? Professor Dr. Mateus Mutola, PhD, from Mozambique. Professor Mutola is a professional speaker and international co-author of 5 bestsellers book, being highlighted at the International Summit on Personal Development, Nation Building, and Generational Transformation. Professor Mutola is an ambassador for world civility and is also the International Vice Chancellor at Y.Y.C.I, USA. Professor Mateus Mutola is also the president of World Changers Initiative and the CEO of MAMU Coaching, and is a vlogger for the Dr. Manu Show program. I think that's on the TV. Professor Mutola is the genius code breaker who helps professionals and entrepreneurs to discover their purposes and awaken the genius in them in order for them to maximize their potentials. He enjoys a life of impact and establish an indelible mark and leave a legacy for future generation. So, permit me now to quickly invite him to be our guest of honor and also to share from his heart. I know is going to share the slides very soon. And please, let us pay attention because fathers are very, very important in every family. But sometimes, so many challenges, so many things has gone wrong. But then, we don't sit on negativity in Y.Y.C.I International. We're looking for ways to improve ourselves and get our marital life better. So that makes me, with humble heart and with joy, to invite Professor Mateus Mutola to share with us this morning. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lucas. May I greet you all, wherever you happen to be from. Is it a good morning, afternoon, probably evening? It's such a pleasure to be in this platform once again. And I want to express my sincere gratitude, Professor Marian, for what you've been sharing. It was so profound, so deep. I've learned a lot. And I really love the emphasis she put on, and she kept on saying, money does not have to be a problem in a relationship. That was profound, really profound. So thank you so much, Professor. I really enjoyed your talk. Mama Lucas, I'd love to share a slide if possible. I think you can do the same like yesterday. I think you may have to look at share screen. Okay. I think Am I right?
Yes, you are right, and we can see your slides.
Okay, thank you so much. Yesterday, we started talking about the need for fathers, and we dealt a little bit on the chaos in the world today, why there is so much chaos, and how that is alluded to the fact that fathers have not been present in our lives. And we looked at the consequences, what happens to our emotional development when our fathers are not there. And eventually we saw what happens to us when fathers are present in our lives and education. And eventually we saw the power of fathers, how their presence in our lives can shake our destinies on earth. And then I promise that today we will delve a little bit into how to be a present father. And in okay, it's like I can share the slide. The slides.
Yes, maybe you need to click the arrow that goes sideways, like you did yesterday.
Yeah, let me see. Oh,
Wonderful, wonderful.
okay. Thank you. We look at the seal of approval. That's number 3 there on the. And then we look at the 4 things children need from a father. Then we go and look at the 3 things that children need to hear from their father. And then some closing remarks. Excuse me, my voice is a little bit hoarse today, yesterday and today, but I'm sure we'll go through. The seal of approval. Now, yesterday I built a little bit on this portion of scripture. It says, I will turn the hearts of the fathers to their children and the hearts of the children to their fathers, or else I will come and strike the land with total destruction. So I explained a little bit about this yesterday. I won't go into that today. But looking at the seal of approval, number 1, fathers must grant the seal of approval. Fathers are so powerful that he has, or do he has a seal, or they have a seal, or seals. When a father uses this seal on his children, they do well in life. But when they do not use the seal or use it wrongfully, their children tend to fall into what is called antisocial behaviors. So the seal of approval is the guarantee of pleasure and acceptance, in the sense that the father guarantees, certifies to the children awareness that I'm happy, I'm proud of you. That's pleasure. You are a blessing to me, not a curse. I really, really do love and appreciate you. And then acceptance has to do with unconditional acceptance, in the sense that I accept you, my child, my daughter or son, just the way you are. Sometimes parents make this mistake. I think it's not intentional. When they have 2 children, they tend to compare the firstborn and the lastborn, the 2 of them. And for example, I can say to the lastborn, you have to be like your big brother. Or sometimes we say to the big brother, you have to be like your little brother. You should be learning from him, or rather, he should be learning from you. And instead, you're making these mistakes continuously, and then your younger brother does totally different. So this, I think parents do this because they want to bring the awareness to the kids. They need to obey, or maybe succumb to some rules or expectations from their parents. But in the process, they end up hurting the ego of their children. They feel like rejected. They feel like abandoned. They feel like not that well accepted by my father or my mother, especially fathers, because he keeps on comparing their children with each other, one another. So the seal of approval is individual, and it's a guarantee of pleasure and acceptance. When your father is happy with you, then the rest indeed should not matter. Like this one example I was saying, Keep saying to your kids, I am proud of you. Let me say, if I were to start my life all over again, I'll still want to be your father. Such words are very powerful, especially when it comes to sons. The other way of bringing the seal of approval to our children is affirmation. Affirmation has to do with confirmation of support and pride. Like I got your back. Where people, the children get to know that daddy has got my back. Dad stands with me, stands by me, he's behind me, and is proud of me. Now, watch this. Daughters need more affirmation than boys because they are creatures of security or creatures of emotion. They tend to be more emotional than their boys. So they sort of need more affirmation from their fathers than the boys. Boys, of course, do also need, but it's like girls need more of this. And for example, in my country, there is a saying that goes like, the father is the first husband of the daughter, right? He's the first husband of the daughter. So the daughter learns from the father the role, the importance, the significance of a man in the life of a woman. He picks from the father. She picks from the father. And sometimes when they're playing, daughters, young girls like daughters, they tend to play with their fathers, their daddies, and they say, okay, I am their wife and you are the husband. So they keep picking those clues from their father. But it's not just the girls, of course, the boys also do need affirmation from their father. It builds their ego and it builds their self-esteem. It helps them become secure in themselves and also by themselves. Sorry, my slides got stuck again. I just wonder why.
Just keep trying it, hopefully.
Yes, let me just do this, stop sharing a bit and come back.
Okay.
And see. Can you see the slide?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, let me come in again, sharing screen. Okay.
Yes, we can see now.
Can you see it now? And then let me just okay, I hope we won't have more problem with this. So I was talking about the need for affirmation. It is psychologically proven that women want their father more than their mother. They obtain their sense of security from their papas. Just an example, it's recorded that Michael Jackson, after great performance, you know, he has thousands and millions of fans, he'd often go to his bedroom in a hotel room and then ask his best friend, where's my father? He was just performing. Thousands of people just there cheering his performance, but at the end of the day, he still want to know if his father was present. So it's like I got the fans, I got all people, you know, around my life, excited, but I still need the approval from my father. And it got so bad that when he got married to Lisa, at some point she'll just say to him, please be a man. And this was hard because this expression, be a man, he didn't really know and understand what it meant because he never got the seal of approval from his father. In fact, history tells us that they did not have a healthy relationship. So somehow the man in him needed the approval of the father to the point that even the fame he had, the fans he had, could not substitute his need for the seal of approval from his father. And then there was also Catherine Kuhlman. She was mightily used of God, great evangelist, but she still sought for this approval. Just as in this case, she wanted it more from the mother than the father. but she still kept on seeking for the approval. After ministering mightily, the mighty use of God, should ask her friend Maggie, is mom around here? Is daddy around here? If ever she was told that dad is not around, mom is not around, according to Maggie, her best friend then, she would tell us that Coleman would feel so bad. So there's something in us about having the approval of our parents. Then the third way of giving the suit to our children is through their spoken words or affirmation again, or spoken words. It is highly important for parents, fathers in particular, to build the habit of speaking words of encouragement to their children. For example, hi, John, I've noticed how positive you have been with your younger brothers. I really appreciate that attitude, and so do they. Well done. Once again, I love you. I'm proud of you. You're so beautiful. You make a huge difference in my life. These words tend to build the love tank of our children, and eventually it builds their self-esteem. Mind that the verbal statements do not need to be elaborate, but they must be sincere. They need to be sincere. So once again, I wonder what's happening. Wow, today.
It's all right. Just keep doing it. Just keep coming out and do it again. It's one of those challenges that we face on internet these days.
Wow. So we have the next quality time. Someone said that one of the curses of modern day is busyness, like being too busy, being too occupied to the point that we do not have time for our own children or family. And that's why sometimes children can begin to build or develop these antisocial behaviors because parents do not have time for their kids. And in some families, it's that a father would rather give their children the latest iPhone than spending time with these children. I remember I heard something very sad December around Christmas, where this daddy is in the family, the house with the children. He was absent the whole week. He was actually away the whole week. He comes in, and when they're ready to have their Christmas lunch or meal, he says he can't be in the family for long because he has to go to attend to other business. Then his 16-year-old daughter literally slept the man. She just slept him, literally. And then he began to shout at her and ask, "Why are you beating me?" And then she says, "I don't need your money. I don't need what you think you're giving to me. What I need is you. I need you." And he kept on shouting at her, "Why? I give you this and that. With the best schools, I pay very expensive fees. There's a private school. Look, the clothes, the money, the house you live in, the iPhones, everything else." She says, "Take it all. And just you come to me. I need you." And she began to cry. No quality time with the kids. So spending time with children is highly important. Your kids know that you may be too busy, but then giving them quality time conveys a message of love to their hearts. They understand Papa is too busy, but when you make time for them, it lets them know that indeed he loves me. I matter to him. I'm important to him. He knows how to make time for me. That's how they interpret love. And watch the next point says, children spell love as Time. T-I-M-E, time.
Wow.
That's how they understand love. They don't look at gifts, etc. as love. They look at time as love. Dad loves me. How do I know? He makes time for me. He plays with me. He hangs around me. And that begins to fill in and fill in the love tank, but it begins to build their self-esteem. One former basketball player and coach said, "My father gave me the greatest gift that someone could give to someone else. He believed in me. And that's so powerful. Spending time with the kids also involves schooling them in their purpose and also generational family vision. It's important to discover, understand the purpose for your kids and begin to school them into those purpose. Spend them teaching them how to build them, how to maximize on their potential, how to develop their potential, and how to fall into how to walk in their purpose and their destiny. So they need to be coached by their father. Number 5, there's what I call surprise gifts. When it's my birthday, of course, there's a son in the house. I'll expect gifts from my father. But surprise gifts are gifts that you just buy for your kids whenever possible and appropriate for no other reason than I was thinking about you. It's not his birthday. He didn't do anything special. He just got in something he loves. And that the message he gets is, wow, it's not my birthday, but daddy got this for me. Then she begins to understand that daddy was thinking about me. So I am important to my father. And mind you that gifts do not have to be expensive. And the art of giving gifts may not be natural to you, but someone for sure in your life can probably help you find the right gift for your kids. Then another way of bringing the seal of approval is what I call the lunchbox note. This happens when, as a father, you can take a card and write something like 5 amazing qualities I see in you. These are just examples. You can for sure fill in yourself in your own words. For example, here, number 1, you can say five amazing things or qualities I see in you. Number 1, you always work hard during football practice if he or she is in sports. Number 2, another example is you clean after making a mess in the kitchen. For example, this goes mostly for girls. Number 3, you use the words to bless others. In other words, you don't curse people. You are careful with your words. So this is a quality that I, your daddy, see in you. Number 4, example is you have a deep peace in your heart when life gets stressful. In other words, when he's stressed by something about school, about work, whatever, he controls himself. He doesn't explode. He minds his words. So that's a quality you as a daddy see and want to stress or emphasize in his life. And the last example would be you're generous with your video games. For example, you lend to the younger brothers, to friends, etc. You want him to see that that's a quality you as a father see and appreciate in your son. That is a great seal. The other way to bring the seal of approval is through what I call public honor, where you do appreciate your children in public and you do this on purpose. Sometimes you do it at an eavesdrop when you know that he's getting closer and you're chatting with your friend, for example, your neighbor, then you pinpoint a quality you appreciate in your son and you make sure that he hears what you're saying, right? So that will boost his ego. I said, well, daddy, wow, this is what dad thinks about me. Wow, there's a wow in his mind, his conscious mind, which will get into his subconscious mind. Then he begin to know, man, that loves me, and then his self-esteem is boosted. Of course, modesty will avoid exaggerations, but simple and sincere words spoken in audience can build a child's confidence and a sense of dignity. Number 8, gestures of love and or service. Helping our children with homework. It brings closeness and builds a healthy father-son or father-daughter relationship. Let me say you have a daughter. Open the door for her, for example. Let me say in the house, in the car, wherever you may happen to be, and there is a door. You step ahead and open the door for her. That will help understand this dad loves me, but also it will draw in her that this is how men ought to treat their women or their women. Yesterday, I hinted a bit on domestic violence. And I said that sometimes the women that feel they have a wrong understanding of love, for them, violence is love because they come from violent homes. So the reference of love is aggression, is shouting, is nagging, is beating each other, and etc. That's the reference they have of love. So as a father, you need to introduce the correct reference of love unto kids, not only with what to do with your spouse, but again, how you relate with your daughters. So they begin to pick the skills, and that goes into their subconscious mind. Sometimes our kids are involved in school games or even in a club. It's important as a father to go, and stay at the bench, or not call it, they watch your kids play. Let me say his team is playing for another team tomorrow, Saturday. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Make time to go and watch. Just stay there, cheering him up. It's extremely important. He's playing, he knows daddy is watching me, daddy is present, daddy is around. That will help him feel secure and confident in his playing skills. It's school games or in a club. Make time. Sometimes we are too busy, like I said. The business the curse of modern day is the business of life. So in that your business, that your full occupation, make time. It's Saturday. You just go and watch him play and cheer him up. Whenever he's got the ball and the teams are playing, even after the game, you must always cheer him up and say, wow, that was great. You can still improve, do better, but that was great. I am proud of you. You're a great soccer player. You're a great netball player. You're a great basketball player. Even if apparently greatness is far from him, but the fact that they is saying that will activate something in him if he really wants to be a great player for basketball or whatever sport he's involved in. And then we have to enter in their world. To be a good father, we have to be friends with the children. Yes, you're a father, but also become a friend. The moments we maybe act plainly as a father, but the moments we should be their friends. You have to enter in their world to know their pleasures, distasts, likes, dislikes, heartbreaks, joys and pains, decisions and indecisions, agonies, and other challenges. Armed with the knowledge of their world, as a father, you can perform better your role as a friend, as a teacher, and a mentor to your children. Number 10, discipline and the life instruction. The present father disciplines his children with love and out of love. A father's discipline is not for the killing, not for the killing, but for the correction. Some fathers, when they wanna, they go way out of the way. No, no, no. It's out of love. It's out of love, and to do it in a calm and a fair way. And then make sure you have life instructions. If you read the book of Proverbs, it's very interesting that Solomon helps us understand that what he's talking about, his father taught him. His father was there. His father taught him. So life instructions are important, and they should better come from our fathers, even parents for that matter, and not from friends. 11, we have to express physical affection wherever possible and however possible and healthy, right? This is easier when children are young, but the need for expressing physical affection never diminishes. Sometimes teenagers give the impression that they are not interested in, and some days it won't just work, but it's still important to keep trying and show them affection. Anytime a quick love tap on the knee with "you're amazing" helps a lot. Hugs, like hugging your kids, you know, kissing them, or like picking them on the cheeks, on the back, touch them on the hands. It's very powerful. It is something, a powerful impact in their upbringing. And we have to understand that if hugging makes you feel uncomfortable, or even your child feel uncomfortable, a hand on the shoulder can communicate the same message. Hug and kiss your children daily and always tell them you love them and how much they're special to you, and how they are your greatest pride. Speaking, expressing, that will build something powerful unto them. And then we go to thing number 12, attend to their heart. It is a powerful experience for children when someone in a position of authority, especially parents and fathers for that matter, seek to understand their feelings. It's not what happens to your children that matters, but the meaning they attribute to what causes the impact, be it positive or negative. For you as a father to create a safe place for your child to process the emotional roller coaster of life is an incredibly valid experience. You may not agree with their perspective, but understand how they relate and feel. And loving them for their sincere heart deepens the bond between you as a father and your children. Number 13, there's a need to learn to celebrate the good decisions. Being a parent means helping your children learn to make good decisions. As much as we may love our kids, we will not be there for them forever. At some point, they have to learn to stand on their own and move on with their lives. But when that moment comes, you want them to be able to make the right decisions and the good decision for their lives. Then, as a father, you need to help them learn how to make good decisions, or rather, the right decision for their lives. In fact, if you succeed in this area of helping your kids to make the right decision for themselves, you will have given your child one of the best gifts, a wise and discerning heart. When your kids make a smart decision, celebrate. Honor the small decisions in the moment. Don't wait for tomorrow. They make a decision now, at that moment, you honor them. Just an example is here. Anna, I saw you outside. The boys wanted you to play basketball, but you decided to go in and finish your homework. It was a difficult decision, but you made the right choice. Congratulations. Remember, Anna, character has its own reward. When you do that at the moment, something builds in your child. His heart swells, his emotions go up, his hormones, dopamine goes high. And once again, it helps them understand I'm in charge of my life, and decisions made are important. And then tomorrow I'll be able to make the right decisions for my life. Even you as a father, when time comes for them to leave home, either for college or they're getting married, etc., you have a lot more peace in your heart, because you know that though the unknown is coming, or they're going into unknown, but they're in a better position to make the right decision for themselves, which consequences will not make them regret tomorrow. So make a big deal out of big decisions. Offer, for example, a toast of family meal, or take everyone out just for ice cream. Just to recognize that decision, appreciate the decision that the child has made. So that again will make them understand daddy approves me, daddy is here for me. And that will build their self-esteem and help them be a better man in the society and a better father, or even a better husband tomorrow. Then the less there is of something in the world, please watch this attentively. Number 14 says, the less there is of something in the world, the more valuable it becomes. Affirmation, giving of approval is valuable, because many of us live without it. So, Father, let affirmation fill your home and watch your children fly. I'll fill the next 5 minutes. Watch this. The 4 things children need from their fathers. These are needs, not wants. These are needs, not wants. The 4 things children need from their father. Number 1, they need to know that his or her father, he needs to know that he or she is important to the father. This is a need, not a want. This is a need. A want makes life more pleasurable. A need is just that which you cannot live without. So, children need to know that I am important to my father. Number 2, they need to know, he or she needs to know that her father, his father, loves me. They need to know this. This is a need. Number 3, they need to know that what they do is important to the father. I'm schooling, I do sports, I do arts, whatsoever I'm doing. This is important to my father. They need to know that. And then number 4, They need to know that my father is proud of me. My father is proud of me. He or she needs to know that my father is proud of me. Then, the three things children need to hear from the father. Remember, last slide, we talk about the four things that children need to know. Now, here, there are three things that children must hear from their father. They need to hear from their fathers. Okay? Number one is, I love you. They'll never get tired of hearing from the father. I love you. Be a boy, be a girl. They'll never get tired of hearing, I love you from their father. Number two, they'll never get tired of hearing, I am proud of you. I am so proud of you. Joanna, look, I'm so proud of you. John, I am so proud of you. They'll never get tired of hearing this. And yet, it's a need, not a want. Number three, you are so good at playing basketball. You are so good at maths. You are so good at volleyball. You begin to look at the thing which you know they're really good at, and you go and say, oh boy, you're so good at this. That makes them feel proud, happy, secure in themselves. And that builds again their self-esteem. My closing remarks. Number one, if you have an absent father, the first step to moving forward is accepting how you feel about it. Do not suppress your feelings, accept them. Suppressing can be even become a health hazard to you. Just accept it. Accept your feelings. Don't fight them, accept them. Number two, know that you are not to blame for the choices of others. If your father was not a present father, was an absent father, you are not to be blamed. Sometimes children assume that I'm be blamed. My father was never at home because of me. No, you are not to be blamed. So know that you're not to be blamed for the choices of other people, right? In this regard, your father. You are not the reason why he was not present in your life. Number three, know that you are responsible for charting your own path. He wasn't there, but we are not supposed to be victims of his behavior for the rest of our lives. At some point, we must make the decision to move on with our lives and begin to chart our own path. Number four, understand that dwelling on the past will not change the situation, but it is in your hands to have a happier and brighter future. If you look at figures like Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Bill Clinton, Kenneth Hagin, and so many people, their father was never present in their lives. But we all know what ended up becoming, what they ended up becoming in life. Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Bill Clinton, Kenneth Hagin, they turned things around their lives, though their father was not there. Number five, appreciate other people who play a fundamental role in your development, like your mother, your grandparents, your friends, your elder brothers, your uncles, like Dr. Lucas now helping us here with this wonderful masterclass. We need to learn to appreciate them, okay? Number six, whenever necessary, seek for support, seek for help. Could be from pastors, counselors, psychologists, coaches, mentors. Again, a program like this, a platform like this is a wonderful place also to get some help. Number seven, accept and value the fatherly figures that the Creator places in your path. Jesus spoke about this today as an answer to a question. There are people that the Creator brings in our lives to become a father figure. Again, could be pastors, mentors, coaches, counselors, uncles, grandparents, etc. Appreciate them, and that will help you change your life. For your time and attention, thank you so much.
Wow, 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 wow. Professor Nada, you're still here. I thought by now you've moved on. Thank you so much, Professor Mateus Mutola from Mozambique. Thank you so much. Wow, this is a key point, and it's so valuable at this time. I think, like I said, this your teaching, all of us, including all of us, in both men and women, need to hear this, because sometimes there are a lot of things that is going on in the world, and sometimes we don't know that the root of majority of what is going on in the world is absentee of parents, or especially the father. And we can't blame anybody. I like this, the way that you said it. We can't blame anybody. So we are not here to condemn. We are not here to condemn. We are not here to blame or to judge anyone. We are only looking for a way forward. If we want a change, and you want to make a change in this world, and you want to contribute to the solution of all the problems that is going on in the world, that is why we need to accept it, that whatever the situation we find ourselves, we can still make that change. And that change will come from us within, because we cannot change anyone. But if we change ourselves, it will influence everything and everyone around us. Whatever you do in your own closet can save many people's lives in the world. And that's the more reason why this masterclass is so important. The masterclass of mindset for transforming our relationship. Because relationship is one of the key to solve problems in this world. And with these teachings, I wish you could come back again and again, because we need to hear more on this topic. All these teachings we've been teaching on this platform since last week, we need to repeat it, and that's why we are recording it, posting it in every social media, so that people will start learning. People will improve themselves. And we want to see transformation, because Yes You Can International stands for transformation. It's not about achievement. It's about transformation. It's not about so many awards that we get, or the certificates we get, the recognition, but it's about transformation. Because if we can transform our mindset and transform our lives, then we are part of the people that make change in the world. And that is what we stand for. And that is why we need the teaching. I know throughout last year, we were doing conferences where people will just come, and great leaders will come and speak to us for 5 minutes, 2 minutes. But we now decide that we need more than just 5 or 2 minutes. We need to get it and get a better understanding, because it is what you listen to and you understand that you can implement or apply into your life for change or for transformation. And that is why we set it that this year is about teaching, because we want to see transformation. We want to experience it. I'm also learning from it, and I'm applying it. And I saw also all my mentees on this platform and our great leaders. So I want to say thank you, sir. I wish we can call you back again next week. I wish. Let's see, maybe check your diary. Because check your diary. If you can be available, just let me know. Anytime next week, we need to bring you back, because these are the teachings that we need. I mean, like Professor Nada, she's very good in finance. She can break it down for you if we give her 1 year. She won't repeat one single statement. She will just keep going on along.
That's true.
Remember, I always say this: your network will determine your net worth. The association you find yourself will determine how you operate, how you move forward, the speed that you are in, and how you achieve and become. Professor Nanda is my friend, and I'm learning a lot. Professor Mutola is my friend, and I'm moving on. Even Ambassador Jenny is my friend from USA. Dr. Samina is my friend from Pakistan. Ambassador Agnes is my friend from Liberia and Ghana. Ambassador Dennis is my friend. Ambassador Magic Joseph is my friend. Ambassador Comfort, everyone, even Dr. Lonsing, Honorable Titus and Esther, they are all my friends, and that's why they're on this platform. Because you know why? We are learning, and we are sharing, and we are gaining, we are developing ourselves, growing our mindset, and then apply into our lives to influence everything and everyone around us to make a change in this world. So on this note, I want to say thank you so much, sir, Professor Mutola. So please, on behalf of Y.Y.C.I International, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming back again. And on behalf of Y.Y.C.I International, I want to say, please check your diary for next week. Please check it and let me know when you are available. So that, because this masterclass is 3 weeks. We started last week. This is the second week. And then we have next week. We have to get every information, especially the right information, so that we can share it and gain from it. The reason why we are having these challenges on this connectivity is because we are teaching, training on a very crucial topic. And you know, the devil out there doesn't like this kind of topic. So that is why we are ready for every challenges. It's not going to stop us. You won't believe it. At least since we started this program since last week, Facebook has been blocking and restricting everything I'm doing, restricting me. But I'm still smiling, isn't it?
Yes.
I am unstoppable. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now we need to, I think Madam Jenny is ready for us. So let's do